everyone, I am back with day 25 of my December daily. I wanted to share with you these last few pages, and I think I mentioned in my previous video this was going to be a pretty quick video. It's not incredibly long, it's about 10 minutes, but I forgot that I had actually 2 pages and an insert, or really 4 pages and an insert for this layout, I think. So it is going to take me just a little bit longer than I had mentioned earlier, but it is all good because like I said, I had a little bit more photos and things than I expected. So I'm just taking this doily that I had in my stash and I'm gluing it down with just some liquid adhesive, and I'm making it kind of offset on this card. This card I believe says Merry Christmas, or I love Christmas, I'm sorry, I love Christmas all the way across it. I'm going to trim that out, and then I'm going to end up adding one of my embossed vellum embellishments that I had made earlier in the year that says Joy, so you're going to see that here in a second. So there I had embossed it and used my silver tinsel embossing powder for that, but I didn't really like how it was looking. I wanted to bring more pink in. You can see that my daughter has a lot of pink in her jammies, so I wanted to get a little bit more pink on this part of the page. So I'm just going to back that vellum piece on this pink paper and then trim it all out, and then I'm just going to adhere it on that card that has the lace. And then next I have some wooden pieces that I'm going to be adding. This one says 25. Now this picture of my daughter in the top photo is actually from the 24th. It is her getting the cookies and milk out for Santa, but it just didn't fit on that 24 page, so I made it work. It's fine being on the 25th. It's okay that it doesn't exactly go with Christmas morning. It is the day before, but it is all December. It's all part of the same kind of event, so I was okay with having that picture of her with the cookies and milk in that top photo on the 25 page. So the vellum circle that I added down was from the Ali Edwards 2015 kit. That is wood veneer that says 25. I think I said vellum, I'm sorry, wood veneer. I am now adding some little wood veneer stars on top of the little vellum stars that I stapled on, and I added one to the top star, one to the right photo, and then one to that Joy. Now I'm just looking through these word strips, and I'm going to put 2 word phrases on the pictures, one down here in the bottom that says December 25, and then I'm going to put another one in that top left on or next to that star, and that one I think says tidings. And I am going to add a little bit more pink. I really like where the card says Hello Christmas, but again, it was all green. There is some green in the photos from the Christmas tree, but I wanted to add some more pink because that was really the dominant color on this layout. I could not find my scallop border punch, so I just hand drew a border with scallops, and I'm going to glue that down, again in that same pink that I used to back the Joy. And I really like how that brings that pink across the page. I have a little extra on the edge here. I'm going to just trim that off with my scissors. And I really like how that kind of brings the whole page together. I felt like the one card was looking a little alone, I guess, and I wanted to add a little bit to it, and I think that was the perfect touch to make this page or this 2-page spread look cohesive. So now just a little bit extra, I'm going to take my white Jelly Roll pen and I'm going to do some outlining on this card, and I think that helps even more. Some of these cards, when they have the white in the middle and the really dark outline or background, I feel like they kind of look floating, and I think that line helps to ground them. So here is the insert I had mentioned. I am taking two 4x6 photos, and I'm going to be making an insert, and that flap that I am gluing down right now is going to be what I am going to punch the holes in so that it fits in the page. So, and because I want it to be a little more sturdy than just the regular cardstock, plus this 6x6 paper pad only has printing on the one side, I folded that paper over so it basically has patterns on both sides, and then it doesn't have like a cut opening at the end. It has a nice folded seam. So now I am just taking my page protector and then figuring out where the holes are going to be and then punching them. They fit perfectly because I wanted them to go into both holes. And the photos are of my doggy Indy, and then the other side is of me and my daughter by the Christmas tree on Christmas morning. And I believe I'm going to add just a little bit of embellishing to this photo. I took this silver star from the Ali Edwards 2015 December Daily Kit. Just going to glue it down because the adhesive backing kind of peeled off when I picked it off the sheet. And then I think I'm also going to be adding a word phrase to this picture as well. And it's going to end up saying merry and bright, and it just kind of fits in that blank space there in the top right of that photo. I'm going to be doing kind of the same thing over here. I'm just going to use some of that leftover doily that I had from the previous page, or the same page actually, the one that I was doing earlier. I am going to just figure out where that's going to fit nicely, and I'm going to glue that down with some liquid adhesive as well, and then just trim off any excess. And then I'm going to kind of use that as a base to put in some of the little embellishments and such. It was just kind of a blank space in that top right hand corner, and I thought that was a good way to kind of fill that space in and tie the insert to the pages that it was going to be going next to. So now that everything's glued down, I'm just going to trim off the edge. And then I'm going to add some extra embellishing. I'm going to add, I think, another one of these silver stars, if I'm not mistaken. Or actually, no, I ended up using one of my vellum stars that I had stamped earlier and embossed. And then I believe I'm going to also be pulling out some other embellishments here in a second. I can't quite remember what I ended up doing. Oh, yes. I'm going to take this Happy Holidays. This is one that I had stamped earlier. This is in that silver tinsel embossing powder stamped on vellum. And I'm going to do it so that I staple it on, and it's going to be stapled through just the first top photo so that the staples don't show in the back. And I'm going to leave that tail of the banner poking out because this is an insert, so it's not going to go into a page protector, and I kind of like that element kind of sticking off the side of that page. And then just because it is kind of floppy, I am going to add a little bit of adhesive behind some of the embossed words, or letters, I'm sorry, on the banner. And then that will help that stick down. Again, that's going to be outside the pocket, so I don't want that to be flopping around too much. And so I'm just kind of auditioning it, figuring out if I like it, and I thought, oh, you know what, I think I need a couple more staples. So I added one more in there, and I believe that is done. So here's a close-up. And then here's my very last page for December 25th. This is a very, very quick and simple page. I just have the 3x4 photos, and then I'm taking this snow and cocoa embellishment and adding it up here or down here on the bottom right hand card. I didn't like that it said hello snow, so I'm taking some of these Ellie Edwards word stickers and I'm going to be trimming that down and fitting that on the banner because I wanted it to say Christmas instead, but I wanted to bring those colors into this layout. The background card is kind of a photo realistic picture of sweater, and I really like that. It just seems to be good for like warm and cozy and Christmas and such, so I am adding that as that background element. So I'm going to glue that down and then trim off the excess. And I really like that color, how that color comes into the page. So I'm happy with this. I didn't feel like I needed to make it too embellished. There's just a lot going on in the photos. And I really didn't feel like I needed to say too much either because it's Christmas morning. We're opening presents. These are our presents. I didn't really have a story for the day besides kind of what the pictures are already telling. So I'm just going to add this star. Again, the backing kind of peeled off, so I'm using my liquid adhesive on here. And Christmas morning we always spend at my parents' house, and so my grandma was there this year, so that was really fun. It was nice to see her and have her there. And then we opened presents with, it's me, my mom, my daughter, my husband, and then my grandma. So we have a pretty small immediate family. So now I'm just figuring out what I want to do with this card. I'm going to add a few more little bits and pieces of embellishment just to give it a little more pizzazz. So I'm going to have that vellum star that I stamped, and then a piece of, or not a piece of, but a sequins, a silver sequins. And then I'm going to look over, figure out what else I want to do, and I'm just going to add a little bit more faux stitching. I already did some faux stitching around the little banner that's within that piece of ephemera, and I felt like it needed just a little bit more. So I'm going to add that with just a black pen around the actual die cut. And then I am going to add one more sticker, I believe, to the photo of my grandma, and then this layout is going to be done. I want to thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. This is the last day that I'm going to be posting for this series, and I'm going to be moving on to a new project, which I'm very excited about because although I love December Daily, I am definitely ready to move on. I'm ready to do my 2017 Project Life album as well as some regular 12x12 and 8.5x11 scrapbook pages. So like I said, again, thank you guys so much for supporting me with this project. I hope you guys really enjoyed the layouts, and if you have any questions or comments or how you would like me to do it in the following years, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, if you have not already subscribed, please do so, and if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much and have a great 2017. See you soon. Bye-bye.